And now it's time for 3 Big Things on Wisconsin's Midday News.
Number 1, Hurricane Melissa is now headed to the Bahamas after making landfall in Cuba this morning as a Category 3 storm. It made historic landfall yesterday in Jamaica as a Category 5 hurricane. Most of the rain has fallen in Jamaica now, but forecasters are warning about the aftermath. We're talking about life-threatening flash flooding as well as landslides. 500,000 people are without power today. 4 hospitals are damaged. Christopher Box is an owner of a restaurant in Kingston. He rode out the storm.
In the storm, you're feeling relief for your own self and your home, and you're hoping the best for your businesses. But, you're seeing what's happening in the rest of the country, and the horror starts unfolding as to how serious, how significant, how life-changing this is.
Melissa has proved deadly, too. At least 25 people died in Haiti after a river flooded by Melissa burst its banks. 3 people were killed in Jamaica during storm preps, and 1 person died in the Dominican Republic.
Number 2, the Fed makes it official. Just moments ago, the central bank announcing its decision to lower interest rates 0.25%. Also, cost of borrowing is going down. Some economists are anticipating an additional rate cut before the end of the year. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze reports.
The path forward from here for the Fed isn't so clear. It's lowering rates now because it wants to stimulate hiring in the slowing job market, but inflation still above the Fed's target. It might be reluctant to keep cutting in the months ahead.
So the average credit card rate is still hovering near 20%, 60-month car loan about 7%, 30-year fixed mortgage rate to hit the lowest level in about a year, just over 6%. Typical rule, if you're able to drop a full percentage point off your mortgage rate or even potentially your auto loan, not a bad idea to refinance.
Number 3, buckle up, phone down. Expect to hear that on ads this week and see the messaging on social media. In fact, what was it, about 15 minutes ago? We heard the ad right here on Midday. That was good timing. I didn't plan that either. Right. You might even see the note on one of those electronic highway signs. Today, the Wisconsin Department of Transportation is joining partners across the state and across the country, urging drivers to put their seatbelts on and put their cell phones down. Those are the 2 most important things you can do to prevent a deadly crash. Last year, there were more than 9,000 crashes in Wisconsin connected to distracted driving. 44 people died in those crashes, and more than 3,500 were hurt. Remember, texting while driving is not only dangerous, it is also against the law in Wisconsin. There were more than 7,600 crashes in the state involving people who did not have their seatbelts on. In those crashes, 176 people died, and more than 2,000 were hurt. And keep this in mind the next time you go to grab your phone in the car. This is something I'd like to think about because I know it's so easy to do it, right? But you don't want to do it. They say sending or reading a text that takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds at 55 miles per hour, just 5 seconds, is like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed.
Yeah, I think
you wouldn't do that.
You see it every day, too, unfortunately. City streets, freeway, doesn't really matter. Like, people just, they're on it for whatever reason. CarPlay has made that a little bit easier. Like, if you really need to answer a phone call or do a voice text, you can do it. CarPlay has done wonders to try and make things a little more safe. It still can be distracting, but phone in hand, there's almost no reason to have the phone even in your hand if you're driving.
Are you ever on the highway and you're like, there's somebody in front of you, they're kind of weaving, you're like, what the heck is going on?
Right, you can just tell.
And then you get up to them and you look over and you're like, oh, yep.
Yeah, the lane encroachment or something like that. It seems innocent, and all of a sudden you're in a different lane. It's so bad, people. Just stop. My goodness. 1:14 on WTMJ.